Bem-vindos a mais um vídeo no canal e nesse vídeo você vai ver a história do meu amigo que morou em 5 países diferentes. Muito tapa na cara, muito aprendizado e você vai ver o ouro nesse vídeo. Esse é o meu amigo e deixa eu morar na Malásia, na Irlanda, na França, na Itália e em Portugal. Você vai descobrir quais foram os maiores desafios. E fica comigo até o final desse vídeo porque vai ter conselhos se você quer sair do país e poder sair da sua zona de conforto. Pessoal, lembre-se que isso aqui é um vídeo baseado na experiência do Jaden e pode ser diferente para cada pessoa. Jaden, can you tell me what was the biggest challenge living in different countries?
So the biggest challenge is going to be the house, finding a house, and language barrier. Also the second one, and the third one is a job as well, because job is related to language barrier as well. As a foreigner or student, finding a house or even get a job, it's basically you need to know the language before you can get a job. It's kind of everything.
And then in terms of housing condition, which country do you think is most difficult to get a house?
For now, going to be Dublin. I think around the world is going to be the same, even around France, Italy, and Portugal. Everywhere have the same housing crisis currently. So
My finger is a little painful a second there. So in Europe at the moment, there's a lot of refugees and immigration coming. So housing condition is not as good as it used to be before. But that doesn't mean that you cannot find a place. You always can find a place. Looking for websites, and there are different options where you're gonna be able to find your own accommodation. In terms of language barriers, you just mentioned that before. Out of the 5 countries you lived, which one was the most difficult in terms of language barrier?
in terms of the most difficult, currently I can say Portugal because I'm living there. So I didn't really learn Portugal for the moment now because I'm working with English and Italian language, so not really using much with Portuguese. But in general, I still can communicate with Portuguese because I can understand based on Italian and French, so I can understand what they're speaking. And
Quais são os pontos positivos e negativos de cada país? Jaden, can you tell me, on your opinion, what's the highlights and lowlights of Malaysia?
so for the highlight of Malaysia is the culture, the food, because in Malaysia we are different culture, three different culture, which is Muslim, Hindu, and Buddhist, and that's why we have a lot of nice view, nice place, or even different culture that you can see with the temple, mosque, all of them. Even the food is very diverse, so that's mean there's a lot of different food like spicy, not spicy, Chinese food, not Chinese food. That's a different stuff as well. That Malaysia is a metropolitan country. Let's say the Kuala Lumpur is metropolitan, so as a lot of tall buildings up to 80 floor. Even the apartment, their minimum have 30 floor of each building. So Malaysia is keep improving with the housing and the real estate is keep going, and the population are going up as well.
What's the bad side of Malaysia?
The bad side of Malaysia because currently the because of the currency going on, because different country and different rates as well. So in Malaysia, anyway, it's still a standard country and still can survive with a lot of stuff. Depends on what you work on. Of course, everyone can have a good job and even have a stable life. There's a lot even like Uber Eat as well in my country. It's very common anyway because people like to earn extra income and stuff. It's just because that nowadays in my country is overrated and too much population. So taking public transport is not really a thing because everybody live outside the city and they're taking cars to work. So basically, traffic is the most main issue in the country as well.
Ireland, what the highlights in Ireland?
So the highlight in Ireland is on the countryside. Of course, it's amazing. The peace, like the culture and the nature, is amazing. And the best is the working system. The working system, how to say, the work here is better and a lot of opportunity for all the international students or even foreigners. They come to work which have the skills and they want to have improved their future, having a better future. Anyway, Ireland is a good place to have a start and even have a better future, but now currently is too much overrated with people and populations from the other country, even student. So that's why yes, there's a housing crisis currently going on. It's difficult to find a house around here now, right?
Italy. The highlights of Italy. What did you like the most in there?
So for Italy, depends. Because I live in the north, close to the border of Austria and Switzerland. So the quality of Italians that live in the north, they are higher because the standards and the cleanliness and everything is very high. That's mean basically everything is recycled and nature. They are keeping it very well. But in the city center, let's say Milan, Rome, because it's below going to the south, it's different how a bit different how to say how they react the stuff. So basically, it's a bit of different based on the where you live. But in Italy, it's very nice where I live in the north, close to Riva de Garda, and I met a lot of nice people. I mean, old people because I lived there around 2 years. I live in a small village, around 400 or 800 people around. So basically, everyone I know that they don't speak English, they just speak Italian. That's how I improve my Italians, actually. Yes.
Bravo. Quindi puoi parlare un po' italiano, vero?
Certo, puoi parlare in italiano. Ok.
Bravissimo. Can you tell me the highlights of France and the lowlights of France?
The highlight of France. So in France, I was living in Montpellier. So basically, the south of France. South of France is basically is a very nice country state to live on because they are close to the beach and they are more hotter than the north because it's not like Paris. In the south they are more warmer. Last time when I went is up to 45 degree if you remember. It's freaking hot. So
It's true. I have a video in the channel where we were in Montpellier, so I'll leave here if you wanna check it out.
sure. So over there we have a highlight with the wines and the culture, like festival around people that are very very nice in the south. Because I lived there in 2019, so the housing is not it's before COVID, so the housing is not too bad. And I'm learning French at the moment there, so it's a very amazing experience. Let's say.
And then what's the highlights and lowlights of Portugal?
So Portugal, this is where the country currently I'm living there.
Can I hold the microphone?
Is almost 2 years. I live in a city center. We live in a city center with my wife, and over there, there's a lot of opportunity. And I saw a lot of students or even workers. They are from France, they are from Spain, they are from Italy. In Portugal, is a very good country for starting since you meet a lot of people around the country. Same, you met a lot of Brazilian, like my friend here. And the most important is enjoying the life there. Go to the beach, half an hour, you just arrive to the beach from Lisbon, and a pint of beer, let's say. €3, you can just get a pint of beer over there. If you want to get from a supermarket, one bottle of beer, €1. Basically, or 80 cents you can get a beer over there. Basically, the life is lower cost there. But of course, the ratio of payment is a bit more lower because in the south of Europe basically they are more lower pay with the wages and stuff like Spain as well. Basically, there's a good and bad between all different countries in terms of aspects. So depends on what your expectation and what you want in your life. So basically, if you want to have a good quality of life, I would say Lisbon, Portugal is a good place for you to enjoy your life. Basically, currently it's summer, so basically every single week there's a festival, there's a concert going on. So everyone just going there for enjoy their life, and yeah, basically.
Amazing, thank you. E se você tem o sonho de sair do seu país, sair da zona de conforto, é agora que a gente vai revelar a nossa opinião, quais são os conselhos para atingir essa meta. Então deixa esse like, comenta e compartilha para me dar uma ajuda. Planning, networking, language and attitude. Life is gonna be difficult anywhere you live. But if you take the advice we said, you can go abroad and live a different life and see a different point of view. Jaden, what advice would you give to people to live abroad?
Firstly, dare to dream. Of course, always everyone have a dream or place or country they want to go be or working remotely. Dare to do it. There's nothing to lose since we are young, and do whatever that makes you happy.
Participação especial da Sônia. If you have to give an advice, someone that wishes to live abroad, what would you say?
So for me, the most important is like to find your priority and follow your priority. So it's like there is no perfect country in the world for you,
Yeah.
for like in all your on the field that you are looking for. But like for sure, there is a country that is better for your situation and your moment in your life. So just look for it because there is so and just embrace.
Yeah. Talking about embracing, you also live in different countries. You live in Ireland, you're originally from Italy, and now you live in Portugal. What was going to be the biggest challenge, on your opinion, and how do you overcome those challenges when you move into a different country?
So it can be the language,
Yeah.
can be money, of course, but like you embrace just with the attitude because it's not going to be easy. This
Yeah.
is for sure. Like it's
Yeah.
not going to be easy because you are going to miss your family, you are going to miss your safety, your comfort, your comfort zone, but it's worth. To me, it's worth, and is like you are growing up and you are going to find yourself as a different person. You are going to discover a lot about yourself, and it can make you a different person. And also you can find what you are looking for in a new country, or like just with different relationships,
Yeah.
because most of the time it's not just the country or the new city, but it's like mostly so
I know, sorry. I
yeah,
saw that. I
sorry,
saw that. I
sorry.
saw that water. But that was water. It's cold today. No?
Yes. But
I was
it's
thinking want to do like that.
but it's also like mostly it's the contact, like the relationship that you are going to have. And even if you are going to leave that country, you can still like you are grounded because you discover a new yourself, and you are surrounded by different the kind of people that you are were looking for.
Galera, esse foi o vídeo. Deixa seu like, comenta, compartilha. Muito obrigado por assistir e até a próxima.